and welcome to the 5th and final edition of the BISH News Channel.
Whoa, wait, did you say final?
Yes, unfortunately, the time has come to film our last edition of this series, for now.
It has been an exceptional experience for all of us here at BISH News to present you, our viewers, with the latest news and updates on what has been happening on campus and at all the American sites. Oh man, I'm gonna miss you guys.
Let's begin the show by reviewing what the year group has accomplished during today's trip week.
First of all, the Year 7s have toured the Texas Capitol building, which is the capital and seat of government of the American state of Texas. Hey guys, you want to hear a fun fact?
Well, since it's our last edition, sure. What is it?
Did you know that the Texas Capitol landmark has a height of over 300 feet? That means that it's the 6th tallest state capitol building in the United States, and it dwarfs the national capital in Washington, D.C. by more than 15 feet.
Wow, that's actually pretty interesting, judging the reputation of the national capital. To finish the day, around 2 p.m., the Year 7 students visited the Texas History Museum and finally arrived back to school in the evening.
Moving on, the Year 8 students departed for Atlanta and toured around the Apex Museum of African American History, an establishment entirely devoted to promoting cultural awareness and the social contributions of African Americans in Georgia.
Then, they went off to visit the Martin Luther King Jr. Historic Site, their final site of their trip before they left for Houston.
The students in Year 9 started the day at Santa Fe National Park, which is a national forest whose elevations range from 5,300 feet to 13,000 feet at the peak. Their goal was to hike to Picacho Peak along the Picacho Peak Trail. What hard work!
After that, the Year 9s departed for Albuquerque, arrived at the airport and returned back home to Houston.
The Year 10s traveled to Sedona and visited Slide Rock State Park. Hey, did you guys know that it takes its name from a natural water slide?
A natural water slide?
Yes, it is formed by the slippery bed of the Oak Creek. Anyways, the Year 10s had extra free time in Sedona until it was time to depart for Las Vegas and eventually come back to Houston.
For the Year 12s, the first activity is a ferry around the Alcatraz Islands to have a tour. Fun fact, the island was developed in the mid-19th century with facilities for a lighthouse, a military fortification, a military prison, and a zombie apocalypse?
And you say I make bad jokes? Anyways, continuing with the Year 12s, they visited the Sea Lions at Pier 39 and shopped at Fisherman's Wharf. In the afternoon, they walked across the Golden Gate Bridge, went bowling, and had dinner at Lucky Star before departing for the airport.
Now let's bring you up to date with what's occurring in Project Week.
Students participating in the mural project have finalized the last details of their artwork. They prepared their showcase performance by creating short videos, taking photos, and providing student commentary.
On to robotics. We have the winners of yesterday's competition. Congratulations to Callum, Alex, Adam, and Rafe. In today's competition, 2 teams worked against each other, putting together a robot that can be controlled by a number of people in the same team. The objective is to go head-to-head against each other in an agility course. Teams have to cooperate as one unit as they navigate throughout their course.
The apprentice team finalized their advertisements and practiced their pitches for their final product, which they showcased against the other teams today. The best team that won was decided by the judgment of the audience in terms of their idea.
The pizza that you're giving off 24/7 continuously.
Sustainable fashion, we're rehearsing as a practice run to prepare for the real showcase in the auditorium. They've also polished the presentations about their project throughout the morning. And in the afternoon, during the showcase, they have a final fashion show. How exciting!
Agreed. Now on to what the media team has done throughout Project Week.
As you can see, we, the media team, have been hard at work in pursuit to keep your itching need for Bulldog updates at bay.
My name is Jamie and I'm director of the media project. I hope you've enjoyed watching the footage of your trips and projects this week. Make sure to look out for the Bulldog news in the future, because who knows, we might be back. Stay ambitious.
And with that, our coverage for the whole Project Week is officially done.
We hope you had great fun in learning and observing what your children did in this hectic yet very productive week.
Oh, and by the way, Marissa, remember the 7 learning outcomes that Mr. Lifton introduced at the very beginning of the week?
Yeah, what about them?
Well, which of the 7 learning outcomes did you think you demonstrated the most?
Well, throughout this project, I'm certain that all of us made enormous progress in accomplishing and developing the 7 learning outcomes which were set out at the very beginning of this week. strength, initiative, challenge, collaboration, perseverance, global engagement, and recognition, the consideration of our choices and actions.
That's absolutely right, Marissa. I strongly believe that the learning outcome which I developed the most was initiative and planning. At first, the majority of the people in our group barely even knew each other, but by the end, we all built trust and enhanced our communication skills to adapt to any situation thrown at our path.
As for me, well, I think that the collaboration between all of us was something quite special to witness. From this project, I now have built even more friendships from students in different year groups, like you guys.
Thanks, Jan. I'm very happy and fortunate to have worked and learned alongside you two.
I wonder if we'll ever go through another project week like this one.
Only time will tell, but until then,
Stay ambitious.